Hey everyone, PTL here. I am back at Sleeping Giant. That's the back of the head of the giant, and that's where I'm heading, up over that hill. Okay, so I'm parked, and here's the Mill River again, a little farther up where I just was. So I am on the trail now. There's a little side trail coming in to the back side of the head of Sleeping Giant. I'll be going up into what we call the bowl. It used to be a rock quarry, and so the back of the head is rock cliffs. There's a nice blue trail going up some steep cliffs up to the chin of the giant, and the trail goes across the head down the other side, and then there's a red trail that'll come back down to this trail. So here's the red trail. You see the red circles on this one. The reds go across the body, whereas all the other colors go the length of the body. So the red trail goes up there. This part is still pretty easy. The lower gravel road continues in that direction to the bottom of some structures where the quarry used to bring the rocks down. And then the gravel road also split off to come up here into, again, the bowl, backside of the head of the giant. So I'm actually going up the backside of the head. A couple of old structures up here near the top. When I say top of that little road, I'm nowhere near the top of the mountain here. Neat little structure coming up into the quarry. Again, this is the backside of the giant's head. I've been in this area many times. Used to go sit up on top of the top there. On the far side is the chin, and sit on the cliffs for hours on a Saturday morning and meditate on the Lord. So here's the back of the head of the giant in the quarry. You can see some nice cliffs up there, and I'm actually going to be going along the ridge. I'm coming over here and going to be hiking the ridge right up there, and then it goes over to the other side of the peak there, and then I'll come down the other side and loop back down that red trail. Praise the Lord. And heading off to the right here. Done most of the trails in the giant over the years, if not all of them. So I'm on the blue trail. This one goes directly over the head, then down into the neck, up to what we call the castle. This is a little castle structure. And then it continues down the whole length of the body to the feet. So I'm gonna start puffing as this gets steep here. You can see there's the ledge is going down where I just came out of the bowl. Okay, you can see it's starting to get steep going up the rocks. I'm gonna try to hold on to the camera as I climb up this little short rocky area. I'm coming up now on a trail which goes right along the edge of that cliff that we were looking up on from the bowl. Hey, I just wanted to give a shout out to Rick Stone. Rick Stone Travels is his YouTube channel. The reason I'm here today is because of Rick. I was watching one of his recent posts. He's doing some hikes in Illinois, just going out on local trails. And it got me thinking of what trails can I do to get in shape. It looked like there was some sections he's doing that had some nice steers, some ups and downs. Good workout for the legs. And this is one of my favorite hikes, and what I was thinking is, rather than hiking all the trails, you know, going way in the back of the giant and over this once, I'll just keep coming to the face, my favorite trail, and just do loops. I'll go up this side up the blue trail, across the face, down the other side on the blue. When I get to the bottom of the neck, I'll go down the red, right back around and come back up here. So today I'll probably just do it once, just to get myself out here again, but I'm gonna start doing this and I'll work my way up. Come out and do 2, 3, maybe 4 laps up and down this face, which is pretty steep and a good challenge. So Rick, thanks. Appreciate your post and the encouragement it gave me. All right, I found a little side trail that came out to the cliffs. You can see going down, right down the bottom there is the trail that I came up into the bowl. So again, I'm about halfway up the giant. Turn around and go back this side trail. And I am heading up that direction. Corey's up over the ledge here. I'm getting there. Heading up this trail, right along the edge. My fit wife's favorite spot. Oh boy, when we used to come up here and the kids were little, she used to get so nervous right around here. Sometimes I got in trouble for getting too close to the edge. So I had 2 spots when I used to come up and sit for hours and meditate. One was up on the chin, I'll show you that in a little bit. Another one, I used to just bushwhack right in the woods here. There's a rock a little ways in, I'd sit by. There was a time in there that I was sitting there, heard some noise, little fox was coming in at me, and you know, the rock wasn't too big, but he couldn't see me. He walked right up to the other side eventually. Got a whiff of me. Turned around and went back, but that was pretty neat. And I've had deer in here in the wintertime in the snow. As I'd leave and walk through these woods, I'd jump a deer and I would follow them. I could follow their fresh tracks in the snow. I was the only one up here. And they would go straight down the cliffs. I'd follow their trails in the snow. Loop around, come right back up where they started and do it again. Second time I'd head out. It's pretty neat. Well, I'm glad I'm able to share with you one of my favorite hiking spots. I'd say this is my favorite hiking spot of all time. I love coming up here. I don't know how many times I've been up this trail. I was filming in a recent video on some red berries and how God feeds the sparrow. And now I'm up on top of Sleeping Giant on the face and I'm looking at all the blue juniper berries. And again, a reminder, if God feeds the birds of the air, how much greater are you? He'll take care of you. Praise the Lord. Coming up on the cliffs. Oh, there's the main trail straight down there. I see people on it. Again, down to Quinnipiac University. And I'll be going up to the main parts of the chin. I'll show you actually the spot where I used to sit and meditate, as well as another big rock where I asked my wife to marry me over 26 years, or 27 years ago. I've been married 26 years. Praise the Lord. Look at the views. You can see down here all the rocks falling down. I'm on the chin. You got a little valley there with the main path up to the castle. So I'm almost to my favorite spot here. Here's the juniper trees. You can see there's a little cover right there, and if I cut through here, a little rock ledge here, and I just drop right down in there and sit right down in here. And again, I'm right on the edge. I can see down to the main trail. I've been up here on days in the wintertime where that main trail was all solid ice, and people would make it just to the corner down there and then hit that ice, start slipping, sliding, falling, and I'd watch them turn around and go back. I've seen deer crunching along in the snow in the winter on the hill across there. Again, beautiful views to the north. And that rock over there, the one sticking out, is where Sue and I, it's in the shadow right there, where Sue and I got engaged. Bring you over there in a minute. Hey everyone, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna pull a hawk. Probably not a true hawk, because I got a couple feet to the edge of my other foot, leaning back a little bit. And it's pretty high down, high up, straight down to the rocks. Hey Sue, here's the rock. You remember crawling out on the rock? I had her, she was a little nervous. She crawled to the edge right there. She was leaning out over the edge, looking over the side at the views and the cliffs, and when she turned around, I was on one knee right here. Maybe not with these shoes. She said yes. Okay, I'm continuing over the head, almost to the steep part that heads down the other side toward the main trail. And just before I get to the main trail, I am going to turn off to the left on a red circle and head back down toward the car. You can see this section is very rocky still. And there's a very steep spot coming up. It's been a pretty steady decline through the rocks here. And, right here at the turn, it kind of gets steep. It's pretty cold, and shortly I'm going to put the camera away. My hands are frozen. I don't have any gloves on right now. I'm going to pull them out of my pocket and warm my hands up, because it is windy and it is cold. I'm sure you're picking up all that wind. The GoPro is a good mic, and it picks my voice up good, but it also gets pretty noisy with the wind. So I'm just coming to the turnoff. You can see I came from way up there. Trail loops around the back side of it, then goes up that steep area. I am just coming to the turnoff. I'm at the red trail right here. Red trail goes up that way. I'm going to turn left and head down the red trail down that way. But the blue trail continues that way and then goes up the body up to the castle and then down the whole body to the feet. So I'm going to turn left here and start down the red. Complete my loop back to the bottom, ultimately to my truck. And again, on future hikes, what I'll do is I'll come down here, get to the bottom trail. Instead of going right to my truck, I'll head back left and go back up into the bowl and do it again. You can see here's a purple blaze. The purple trail goes up that way. If I took the purple trail and continued that way, I'd go right back directly into the bowl. I'm going to continue down the red to the bottom. So I'm back to the bottom, heading back to the road in my truck. It was a nice hike. There's plenty of other spots I could go, but I love this spot. All right, praise the Lord.